Hi everyone, welcome to Crazy Trades 24/7. In this live stream, we are going to cover New York session, and there is still around 12 minutes left for New York session to open. Before that, let's build our outlook for today's session on gold, silver, Bitcoin, Euro, USD. Then after that, we'll focus on all the major and minor forex pairs that we regularly follow in this program. So without any further ado, let's get started with gold. On gold, we have following this price up move today, price has retested this 4,140 level at around 8:30 in the morning, and price has clearly got a rejection from this level. Let me show you the level from where price has received the rejection. This level of rejection is price received this rejection at a very similar level from where price had rejected going upward previously in the past also, like on 9th July price got rejection from this very level, and on today also we have seen the rejection from this level. So we can conclude that price is at a very strong resistance point, and it might take some time for gold to recapture this high, and to give a breakout from here it might take some more time. For now, after getting rejected from this level, price is currently consolidating in a sideways direction. Let me look at it from a smaller time frame. There must be something really good hiding here for as far as trading is concerned. This is kind of a correction. Of course, the price is corrected, and after a correction, we were expecting a consolidation. And I must say, this is a nice consolidation pattern. If price gives a breakout above this level, we can take a long entry here for the target of 4,141. As this would be our first target, and above this level, we must be holding our trades till further higher levels. But let me put first of all our trade projection for this particular setup. Yes, this is the resistance level. Yes, at this level, price are getting rejected multiple times. You can just count the wicks here. Price has tried to give a breakout above this level multiple times. This was the first attempt. This was the second, third, fourth. But price has failed to move above this horizontal resistance that is intact here. So we can say that if a price somehow is able to give a breakout above this, then we might be witnessing some really good up moves. So to capture that same up move, we should be taking a long entry above the breakout of this resistance. This is a near-term resistance. Let me uh, give it a tag. I think there's some problem in the setting. Uh, it's at the bottom on the right. Yes, this is a resistance, and the highest point on this resistance zone is at, let me check, 4,123.65. So it would be safe to take a long entry above 124. I mean, 124 would be the pretty decent place, decent level for us to take enter into a long trade. Yes, and we can put our stop loss below this level. Uh, I mean, we have to keep our stop loss below this red candle's low. We just cannot, raise our stop loss beyond that level. Yes, this red candle's low is at 4109. So we should be placing our stop loss below that level. We cannot keep our stop loss at higher level. Stop loss is should be placed at the level where it's supposed to be. Just to minimize the risk, we cannot abruptly reduce the stop loss and place it randomly. If price tries to give a retracement after giving a breakout, then it might retest this level. So this lowest point is 4109.4. So it would be nice to place our stop loss below 4108. I think fourth would be a reasonable place. 4108. Yes, this is a stop loss level. And with this, uh, this trade setup currently seems like it's a one risk reward trade setup, but this might again, if it gives a breakout on the upper direction, this might continue. So for this also we have to take a cater. We have to cater this like we can book our 50% profit at 1:1 target, and beyond that we might want to continue to hold our trade to capture the further move that this complete setup will fetch. Like earlier we have seen that whenever price has retraced after a big up move, the following move that came after the breakout was really a nice one. I mean, it was almost of the similar size, it captured almost the similar length of the price as it captured during its first leg. This was the first leg correction, second leg correction. This on the third leg, generally the moves are not expected. I mean, that big, but still we are going to try this long entry here. At least price is expected to reach our 1:1 target level. So with this we are going to participate on this particular script. On 5-minute time frame, let's zoom in. Yes, on the basis of 5-minute time frame we are going to initiate this trade. This is a nice consolidation here, and after a breakout, yes, we are going to get. And one more thing which is very logical to point out here is on higher time frame, like on 2 hourly time frame, or let me pull up 1 hourly time frame chart. Yes, every time price has retested this rising trend line, it has shown a bullish pressure. This is also confirming. I mean, this strengthens our case of taking a long entry here even further. So each time price has taken support of this rising trend line, we have seen a good up move. So now when price retraces to these levels, and after a consolidation, if it gives a breakout, then even this bounce back theory is supporting our analogy of taking long entry. So yes, this is quite nice of a setup. I suspect it might give a breakout now. Gold is up by 1.1%, while silver is up by just 0.9%, which is very, I mean, it's a rare case then that silver is uh, up by lowest, I mean, low percentage as when we compare it with gold. This is not generally the case with silver and gold. Silver is generally, tends to lead when it comes to the magnitude of the moves that we see on these precious metals. Yes, this is again the support for silver, and as a resistance, we can take this level. Yes, above this level, we might see some good up moves on silver as well. But this risk reward is quite, I mean, wide. The risk is quite a lot here. When we compare it with gold, silver seems more risky to me. The structure is not very clean on silver price chart, whereas on gold the chart is quite clear and clean, and above the breakout of this level, it's sure shot that we are going to take a long entry. And if one's price is able to give a breakout above 4141, I mean 4141, then I mean price might retest 4180 level. This is a fair possibility that we have. I'm not saying price is going to go crazy and give a high very wide moves, but definitely retesting 4180 is a reasonable expectations for the kind of structure that price is forming right now. Yes, price has given a closing here. Four 4124 is the level which we have mentioned here. I mean, we are going to take this trade and we'll see how this unfolds. Yes, we have entered this trade. Now let's see where it's heading. Stop loss we have kept at 4108. 4108, and this target which we are expecting, I mean this is our first target, target 1, 4142. 4141, I mean let's keep it reasonable for once. For 160, yes, price might retest 4160 as well. We have to wait here. We have taken all the measures that we could from the current price structure point of view. We have waited for a consolidation after price retested 4141, and after the correction price moved in a sideways direction, formed a range here, and after taking the support of this rising trend line has given a breakout. Now from the technical point of view, every stars aligned here is aligned here. I mean we cannot form any we cannot take any better trade here, and better than, we could not do any better than this. Now we have to wait till this uh, trade unfolds. Now let's look at how silver is doing. Yes, silver has definitely shown us a recovery from the down move that it was showing. And silver is still kind of not confirming the move that we are witnessing here on gold. This is kind of ambiguous situation, but silver is definitely most of the time silver follows what gold shows. So if we are focusing on gold, I think it's more than enough, and it's going to form its up move from this very point. Structurally, from the trade point of view, we are not missing anything. Let me also draw this, yes, trend line. And if this breakout has already happened, I don't think we need this kind of a trend line, because these are mostly subjective, whether you are trying to connect closing price or the high. So let's cut the crap, and yes, we are going to focus on the basics here. The way we are dealing with the breakout that we have just witnessed, I think this is the only way. Let's see. We have kept our stop loss at a reasonable place. This is at 4108. This trade is for 1.1 risk reward. Now let's see how it unfolds. We have followed all our rules. Like, we have waited for the consolidation to appear here. It consolidated, and after the consolidation, it gave a breakout. Price is already in a good uptrend. So I don't think we need to worry here. We just need to wait and watch. I don't think this is going to take a lot of time. This might be very quick to capture our target. This is for 18 points. For 18 points, this trade is something which we have just opened now. Yes, finally, gold is now moving in our direction. It had formed a doji formation here on 5-minute time frame, but again after that, it's confirming the direction for the up move that's about to come. So yes, we are just, when it's clear that we are holding the position on the right direction, then we should not be worried about when our target is going to be met. I mean, meet. It's eventually going to achieve our target. So we are here just waiting for the right moment till our price reaches this target of 4142. Yes, on silver, we cannot take any entries until price break this level of 59.63, as this point is the most significant high on this particular downtrend, or call it a pullback for this up move. In this downtrend, this is the most important and the most recent high that price had made. Upon breakout of this level only we could consider for taking long entries on silver. Until we have to wait till the price gives a breakout above this, if at all we are thinking of taking long trades on silver. But according to me, the structure on silver do not seem convincing to me. So I would not be taking trades here on silver. Instead, I'll be holding my trades on gold for now. So I think this is going to take some time. So now let's move towards Bitcoin and let's see what it holds for us for today. On 2 hourly time frame, we have clearly seen a correction for the good up move that price had shown yesterday. And from yesterday's 7:30 p.m., I mean in the evening, prices since then price is correcting, and it had came a lot down. I mean it's almost down by around 2%. Yes, price has made today's low. If we measure high, the highest point till where Bitcoin had made its high, and to the lowest low of today, it covers around 1.9%. So this is the downtrend that we have seen, and it's actually a correction or a corrective down move of the previous uptrend. This was an up move that we saw, and this is the correction. After this correction, what is expected? Of course, a good up move, right? So the optimum and the appropriate thing here should be looking for a good up move or a good buy trade. So since this correction seems to be reaching its completion point, there is a presence of a strong support here. So we are expecting price to retest this support completely and make some consolidation formation here. And after price gives a breakout above that consolidation formation, similar to what we saw on gold, like after, let me zoom in a bit on gold. Yes, after this correction, price had formed a consolidation range. This kind of range is something which we are expecting on Bitcoin as well on higher time frames. Yes, if price is able to form some consolidation pattern here, then upon breakout of that consolidation pattern, we'll be taking long trades on Bitcoin for further up moves. The trend is completely in the upward direction. There's no doubt about it. As and when we will observe that price structure is slowly shifting towards making higher highs and higher lows, then we'll take a call. As of now, its price structure is forming lower highs and lower lows. Just look at this price structure. We'll be convinced of for taking long trades only if price is able to give a breakout above this high. This high is at 66,140. I believe this would be enough for you know uh, for giving this verdict that price is not going to go down from this place. But we have to wait for this price structure to unfold, because one logic says that after making every new high on Bitcoin, price has shown this tendency of reverting back to this major bullish trend line. Just look at this. After making this high, price reverted back to this bullish trend line. Soon after that, again when price made a high which was higher than the previous swing high, it again reverted back to this bullish trend line. So now it might seem very convincing that now price has broken above this high. It might again revert back to these levels, but we cannot be very certain about this thing. So we are not going to take any short trades to cover this price move. Instead, we'll be waiting for price to come down. If at all it comes down, we'll be looking for fresh long entries. Short is something which we are not going to try. Yes, this is 2 hourly time frame. This is 30-minute time frame. Price is slowly and steadily moving in a downward direction. Let's see how it goes. This is the downtrend. And also for taking a long trade, we should not be relying on price crossing some significant high. Of course, that is the most important part. But the second thing which we need to confirm is price breaking above any breaking above the trend which is prevalent on the price chart. Like on this chart, this trend is something which we need for price to give a breakout. And if price give a breakout above that bearish trend along with the high that we just mentioned, then we would be taking long trades here on Bitcoin. So yes, this is pretty much about Bitcoin, and let me draw important support and resistances on a smaller time frame here on Bitcoin. This is the support, this is the resistance. If I were to imagine by looking at the price structure, how the formation is going to form, I can say that if price, there's a high chance that price might continue in within this narrow range till this level. It might not move at all, and it might just crawl within this narrow range till tomorrow 9 a.m. and then after it might give a breakout on the upward direction, because if it gives a breakout at these levels, then our both the criteria for a legit breakout would be fulfilled, like price breaking above this uh, bearish trend line along with breaking above this important resistance, and also breaking above this consolidating range. So let's see, this is what we are expecting, but you cannot, literally we are here trying to literally dictate market how to move, but that's not going to be the case always. We have to follow how market shows its moves. According to what market moves, we just need to follow it. So yes, our trade on gold is going quite nicely, I would say. And yes, it's uh, going up, like literally up. It's about to, I mean, we have taken position at 4124 and now it's at 4129. Let's see how it will go. Structurally, we are correct and we have taken a right call here. Let's see how it does. Yes, we have seen gold, silver, Bitcoin. Next we have is Ethereum. And on Ethereum also we have seen, we are witnessing a similar structure to what we see on Bitcoin. As you are already aware of, gold, Bitcoin and Ethereum both are highly correlated assets, and these both assets make generally the similar patterns because of the obvious reasons of high correlations, and uh, these are basically considered as a market leader for the crypto world. And on Ethereum, we can clearly see this is a rising trend line. Price is making higher highs and higher lows. And currently, price has got a rejection from the from the same highest, from the same point from where previous upswing previous upswing got rejected. So this is the resistance, and this is the similar level from where price again got rejected. Does this mean price is going to continue in the lower direction? The answer is no, because that we have for that, for the answer of that question, we need to figure out the first of all trend. Trend is definitely on the bullish side. There's no doubt about it. And also price has given a breakout above this bearish trend line. So our case for the bullish direction is strong. This is the first thing. Second thing is, after the big up move, this downtrend, this down move is basically the correction for the prior up move. So this is nothing more than a correction or a corrective down move of the previous up move. So we should not be considering this as a reversal. It should be considered most at max as a correction for this complete up move. Let me put our Fibonacci retracement levels here so that it would be easy for us to speculate on till where price can retrace. As of now, it can be seen taking support of 0.382 level of Fibonacci, At max, we could expect price to take a support of 0.618. Like this is the level from where it might, after retest, it might reverse back and move up in that direction. So with this expectation, we should be expecting this down move to continue, or it might continue till this till price retests this rising trend line. This is also a fair point here, that price might retest this rising trend line again, and upon retest it might give a breakout, a clean breakout, uh, adhering to which we would be again making our fresh long entries here on Ethereum. More or less, I believe Ethereum and Bitcoin both are going to give trades at the same time. Structurally, both look quite similar to me. Yes. I mean, if you look at the correction wala structure, like this is the Bitcoins and this is the put, this is the Ethereum. Both have shown similar structure. Yes, this was Ethereum. We have seen gold, silver, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and now we have crude oil. Let's look at crude oil now, and we'll find out how price is forming its structure. Yes, this is 4 hourly time frame chart on of crude oil, and price has definitely given a breakout above this level of 86. This is the level which we were expecting from a very long time. We were expecting price to retest this level when price was at 71.88. So we stand correct. And now, how can, just look at this, how price has formed this structure. I mean, after each leg, price is consolidated for a considerable amount of time and has given a complete time for us to take actions. And above that also, you can see after a breakout, price has retested this level to the deeper, I mean, price levels also, and has again given a reversal and has continued to move in the upper direction. This is a strong resistance zone for sure, because this is the very level from where price was once taking multiple supports. I mean, this level was protecting price to fall further in the lower direction. You can see here on the price chart of March 2026, price has taken support of uh, this very level multiple times. Like this is the support level, this is the support level, this is the support level. And after once price gave a breakout below these, now this support level has changed into a resistance. This is very basic principle on technical analysis. This is called change in polarity. Whenever any price moves, crosses above support, sorry, a resistance, that resistance no longer holds price from going up. Now it starts acting as a support and try to hold price above that level. And similar thing is very true with the support. Once price has broken below the support, now that support has changed into a resistance, which is now resisting price from going further in the bullish direction. And also there is a presence of this major bearish trend line, which is again rejecting price from going further up. Price has rejected, I mean, respected this major bearish trend line almost 3 times in the past. Now this might be the 4th time. If price gets rejected from this level, then we might see a new low forming, which should be below 66.90 to keep this structure alive. After every rejection, we have seen this price has made a newer low which is lower than the previous swings low, like every time, right? So if price gets rejected from this level, then we should be hoping for the levels south of 66.6. So this is pretty much what we are expecting on crude oil. On a smaller time frame, I think it has started showing its signs of not continuing further in the up move, but it's too early to say anything. We have to wait till price forms some structure here, maybe a topping formation or a consolidation for some considerable amount of time and then breaking below it. I mean, this kind of formation is some of these kind of formation which we are expecting here. Let's see gold. Yes, gold has climbed up a lot. Now it's threatening 4,135. I mean, this was the level which once acted as a resistance. I won't say this as a resistance, but from this very point, the selling started. And now this big red candle is kind of threatening this up move, but this might be just volatility. We have to wait and watch till our targets are reached. We are first of all targeting 4,142 as our target one, and then our target two would be at 4160. 4160 is our ultimate target for now. Oh, 140 is our target one, and 4160 is our target two. Yes, this is a price structure. Let it evolve. It's going to form some kind of structure here, and I believe price might again try to retrace, because the up move that it had just shown, it might want to retrace a bit for this up move, and after the retracement it might continue further in the up move. So we are not going to do anything stupid here. We are going to just wait and watch gold action. Yes, now price is giving a correction for the up move that we just saw on gold. We do not need to panic here because we have set our stop loss at very optimum level. There's nothing to worry about at these level. But when we try to match gold price action with the silver, I mean, kind of seems like very concerning to me, but I don't know. Gold is strong, silver is weakening. I don't think this is going to go all the way till the lower level. This might face some strong support at these levels only. So let's wait and watch on gold. Now there's one more thing that we can do rather than waiting. Let's move towards our next segment, which is forex pairs, and we'll put alert here. So as and when this price reaches at our level of interest, we get to know about it. So it's just a correction thing. We have set our stop losses at place. We are not required to do anything here now. Yes, next we have uh, next let's move towards our news, our segment of forex. So first of all, we have USD CHF on daily time frame. First of all, we will see, and then we'll drill down it again, same as what we are, doing till now. This is gold, sorry, USD CHF, and yes, price is consolidating within this range. As and when price has reached this resistance level, it has started showing its bearish tendencies. If it uh, if it successfully rejects from going further up, then we might be interested into taking fresh short entries, but that's not advisable. Rather than taking short entry, you should be considering taking long entries at these support levels. That's a better choice. So let's look it from the smaller time frame of 3 hourly. As this is quite a clean structure where price has been consolidating within this range. After each time price has retested this resistance, it has shown a clear, good down moves. So we are actually expecting this down move from this level, but it would be nice if price would consolidate at these levels for some more time, and after that consolidation, if it gives a breakout on the lower direction, then we might think of taking fresh shots on USD CHF. Yes, this is pretty much uh, I don't see anything significance other than this on USD CHF. Next, let's move towards GBP JPY. Yes, there's a short trade that we have entered here yesterday. This is the trade setup that we have placed. Yes, the logic was very clear that price was forming a strong bullish structure, making higher highs and higher lows, and it has reached to a point, and from there price started to move down, retested this rising trend line and has consolidated, and after that consolidation, the breakout which had came here in the downward direction. So this might confirms our view on the bearish direction, but since our outlook is very strong on the bullish direction, we should not be thinking of taking trades in the bearish direction. That's the first point. And on daily time frame, price is very strong. You can just see here how convincingly price is moving in the upward direction. So this minuscule moves that we have seen here, we should not be considering this as a strong bearish moves. Instead, we should be considered, I mean, this should be considered as a strong correction for the previous up move that we saw. Like on single day, price has gained 1.06%, and it had taken at least 5 trading session, and still price is not being able to recapture its complete up move. So this is the kind of strength we are talking about when we say GBP JPY. So it's, I mean, it would be nice if we don't consider this for taking short trades. For taking short trades, I would rather be more comfortable in taking wide, I mean, levels as a breakout level. Like I'd be comfortable in taking shorts once price give a breakout below 216.366. That too after some consolidation near this breakout level. Otherwise, taking a short entry here, I mean, is very risky. This is GBP JPY for you. Next we have odd JPY. And similar to JPY quoted currencies, odd JPY is no exception. Here also price is showing very good up moves, is in a long-term uptrend, and currently it seems like it's facing some retracement or a rejection from 114.227. These are the levels from where price has got rejection earlier also. So it was quite expected for price to face rejection here. But it seems like after rejection, price has retested this rising trend line. And after the retest, we are expecting a bounce back here. If price is successful to give a bounce back here above this green candle's upper wick high, which is 114.404, then we would be comfortable into taking fresh longs on odd JPY. As the trend remain in the bullish direction, we can target this level of 114.9 when price chooses to give a breakout above 114.408. I mean, this is a nice window that we might want to capture. The trend is very strong. A consolidation at the current level would make more sense to us if it consolidates here for some more time, and after that, if it gives a breakout, then odd JPY would be a really strong setup for bullish positions for taking long entries. Next, we have odd NZD. On odd NZD, price is currently taking support of 1.1933, which was expected. I mean, although we were thinking that price might give a breakout below these levels, but when price is in a good up move, price is in a good uptrend, I mean, expecting a bounce back from a support level is should be our first instinct rather than expecting a breakout from that level. Since price was in a good trend, as have as and when we saw a good correction, this correction, and when price retraced till this support level, our first instinct should be of taking long trades, and that's exactly what we have considered. And instead of thinking of price will give a breakout from this level, if we would have considered price giving a bounce back, it would have make more sense. And since it seems like prices has already given a rounding bottom formation here, we are expecting this consolidation to further continue, and only after that consolidation, if we could find a common point or a common level above which the breakout for this trade would make sense. let me draw a resistance zone here. Yes, this is the resistance zone above which if price give a breakout, then it might again retest this rising trend line, which price broke out earlier. Breaking out of a major bullish trend line is definitely does definitely show some weakness, but this I mean does not mean it's this necessarily does not mean that price is now going to continue in the bearish direction. Instead, taking up long position here for the target of price retesting this rising trend line would make more sense to us. Let's once see how gold is doing. Yes, price has retraced a lot and now it has retested its breakout level also. After the retest of its breakout level, now we are actually expecting a bounce back from this level. Let me use a Fibonacci retracement tool. Yes, price has retraced till this level of Fibonacci 0.618. And from this level, most of the pullbacks uh, kind of take reversal and try to move in the direction which the earlier trend is suggesting. In our case, our earlier trend is in up move, uptrend. So we are expecting this price to reverse from this level and continue in the upward direction. So let's see how it unfolds. Currently, we are under the water, but I don't think this trade is going to fail because the setup was very clean. And if at all it gives a breakout below these level, then we might should consider for bearish side trades. As price 5-minute candle has closed now below this level of 0.618 on Fibonacci scale. We are going to wait here and hold our positions on gold. Let's see how it unfolds. And let's move back to our Forex discussion that we were earlier on to. Yes, this is odd NZD and we were expecting a breakout from this level, but before the breakout, if price tends to continue consolidating at these levels, then it would be very, more convincing for us to take long entry. Higher the consolidation, higher the conviction. So if it consolidates here for some more time, that would mean that the breakout is going to be decisive. But the bounce is something which is almost certain. Price has already taken and shown some resistance, rejections to its very strong support. Next, we have Euro NZD. Let's look at it from daily time frame. And what we have seen here, price is trying to take a reversal from this level, as price is already taking support of this strong support level here. This is a demand zone, and you can see this level is intact since August 2024-25. So it's been almost a year, and within this span of 1 year, price has taken support of this support zone like almost 4 times, and this is the fifth instance when price has retested this support. So one thing is for sure, price has shown some resilience at these levels. Now we should not be expecting anything different here, since price has shown this tendency of bouncing back from this level. We should again expect that price is going to give a bounce back from these levels. So instead of thinking towards taking short trades on the breakout of this zone, we should be thinking for taking a bounce back trades, or rather a bullish trade for the bounce back. And for the bullish trade, we have to figure out the price structure and the setup for our trade. As far as setup is concerned, we have a clear kind of a bottoming formation here, which is inverse head and shoulder, if you'd like to call it. But it's still not that clear. Uh, it will take some time till price evolves and forms some kind of a structure here. Most probably, it's going to be a inverse head and shoulder formation. The neckline which we have drawn earlier, this level is at 1.9687. If price gives a breakout above this level, not right now, even if price give a breakout above this level, I'm not sure if I'm going to take this long entry. But instead, if price would have made some consolidation here at these levels after multiple retesting this neckline, then that breakout would be more meaningful for me than the breakout if it gives it directly. So on Euro NZD, we are waiting here for price structure to get even clearer, and only then we will be looking for some fresh entries on Euro and NZD. But our outlook should be on the bullish direction, that is for sure. The era of taking short trades, it was started here at these levels, and we have taken multiple shots along the way. Now it's a time that we should be looking for continuous long trades here. So let's wait for this price structure to complete and form some kind of a reversal, and only then we will be looking for taking fresh entries on Euro NZD for some really good targets. This is going to continue. I'm getting this very strong feeling now that this up move is going to continue, although it might take some time consolidating, but the move is going to be on the bullish direction. Give me a sec. Based on GBP or on 4 hourly time frame, it seems that price might continue further in the upward direction. Price is currently taking support of this rising trend line. Let me look at from daily time frame. Yes, price has got rejection from this strong resistance zone that is intact here at the level of 1.9330, and price has got clear rejection from these levels, and now it's retracing back to this rising trend line, as price has shown its tendency earlier multiple times that whenever price retests this rising trend line, it has shown this tendency to give a bounce back. So similar thing is we are expecting here. So price might give a bounce back from these levels, and again following to that bounce back, it's very likely that price might break out from this level which is intact here at 1.9357. There's a very strong chance of this, I mean, price structure forming out or this uh, move unfolding. Because GBP odd is quite bullish for us, but only after if it forms some consolidation here, and after the consolidation, if it gives a breakout on the upper direction, that would be very convincing for us. And this blue zone that you are just watching here, this purple zone is nothing but a Fibonacci retracement zone for this complete upswing that we saw earlier. So this is the level from where it was expected for price to take some resistance, take some support, and this falling trend should be halted at these levels. Now next we have odd CAD. On this daily time frame, price is consolidating within a narrow range. I won't say this is a narrow range, but yes, this is a range which is from 0.9960 till 0.9723. So it's around 2 to 250 pips range within which price is consolidating. There's a very high chance of price continuing in the lower direction. The reason why I'm saying that is if you zoom out a bit, let's watch it from the weekly time frame. If you zoom out, this is a zone which is intact here, and price has taken multiple rejection from these levels in the past. Like on 2018, June price has taken resistance from the very level, and on 15th February 2021, also price has taken rejection from these levels. And now after around 5 years, price has again returned back to these levels and has been facing a rejection from going further in the upward direction. So there's a very high chance that price might again fail to give a breakout above this level, and it might continue its move in the lower direction. So this we cannot ignore, and we have to keep this thing in our mind while deciding the trade on this particular pair. Taking long entries is not something which I'm interested into. I'm here to take shorts here. Taking shorts at higher levels make more sense to me, but as of now, it seemed like uh, instead of taking long entry, we have to look for taking short entries, but we cannot also take shorts randomly. We have to we have to find some really good consolidation at higher levels. If that consolidations give a breakout on the lower direction, then that should be our ideal situation for taking shorts on odd CAD. So yes, this is odd CAD, and we are, if we look at from the broader time frame, like on daily, a breakout below 0.9723 would be an enough for the level. Because if you don't, even if you don't want to get into the intricacies of it from the smaller time frame, you can just consider it from the higher time frame, and below this level, if you take a short entry for the target of uh, 0.9522, then the probability of you achieving your target is very high. So let's keep it simple. Yes, this is the trend line. That was not a trend line. This is a trend line which price is uh, price was earlier focusing on, but now it went under a sideways direction trend. Next we have NZD USD. And yes, on 4 hourly time frame, we have marked this level here, and we were planning to take a short here below these levels. Not this one. Short trades below these levels, and to put our stop losses at, and for the target of achieving till this low. And let me explain the logic behind this trade. As you can see on higher time frames, price is making higher highs and higher lows. If you look at from the 2025 onwards, this is kind of a cautious bullish move. I don't want to call it as a bullish move because price is not actively achieving some significant highs. Like the high a structure, a bullish structure has its credibility from 2 points. First is whether if it's making newer highs regularly or not. Basically, the structure is intact or not. And the second thing is even if it's making newer high, whether the newer high that it's achieving or it's registering is it significantly higher than the previous swings high, or it's just uh, few pips apart. That is something which tells us the strength of any particular uh, price action. If we look at here, we have not seen any newer highs being formed. So this itself negates our assumption that price is moving in a bullish structure. However, just on the basis of price making higher lows does not mean that price is moving in a bullish direction. This is something which we need to be very clear of. And on weekly time frame, there is a presence of a strong bearish trend line, which is again uh, showing prices continuously making lower lows and lower highs. And if you want to, if you look at from lower lows and lower highs perspective, this is definitely on a bearish direction where continuously price is making lower lows and lower highs, and this is the way how it's continuing. Now after taking a bounce back from this rising trend line at these levels of 0.5634, it has shown up move, but this up move has got rejected from this Fibonacci retracement zone. This is the essence of this trade. The big downfall that we saw, we considered that as a trend decider. Like this was the trend, this is the direction of a trend like bearish. Why we say that, why we have said that this trend is in a bearish direction? Because of the presence of a strong bearish trend, right? Price is making continuously lower lows and lower highs, and also the structure here is intact, which is intact. Price is making lower lows and lower highs. After making newer low, when price took a pullback, I would call this as a pullback. When price took a pullback or a corrective rally, then we should expect this pullback to get over by by the time it reaches the Fibonacci retracement level of 0.618, and hence the price currently is getting rejected from 0.618. There is a very high chance, a very high probability of this price move continuing in the lower direction. So to capitalize on that, we have opened a short trade at this price structure, and it completely does make sense to us. So we can hold this trade all the way till 0.5675, or if you want to book your partial profits, then you can do that at 0.5744. This is going to be an interesting trade that we are going to focus on. Next we have USD CAD. On USD CAD also price took a pullback. This pullback should not be confused as a reversal for this big downfall that we saw. We are expecting this pullback to further continue in the lower direction as price has given a very strong up move. For a very strong up move, we need some deep corrections as well. And this correction should at least retest this level of 1.3951. When price is done with this retest, then we can think of taking reversal trades at these levels, not at the level it's currently at. I mean, taking long trades here does not make sense to me. Price is already very weak. Currently it's retracing to the lower levels. Let it meet with some strong support zones, and only at those support zones, if it shows some bullish biasness, tendency to move in a bullish direction, then we'd be open to take long trades at these levels. Now next we have NZD CAD. On 4-hourly time frame, let me look it from daily time frame. Yes, price has got clearly rejected from higher levels. This is something which we need to focus. And this was a strong resistance zone which is intact since September 2025. So it's almost a year long sideways direction. I mean, horizontal resistance zone, and price has retested this level at least 4 times. This is the fourth instance when price is getting rejected. Now after this rejection, why this rejection is very important for us, this is the first question that arises in our mind, and the answer to that question comes from the weekly time frames price chart. This is the very strong bearish directional trend that we have observed on New Zealand CAD, which is intact since 2016. And yes, there's been almost, I mean, more than 10 years, a decade long trend line, and this is clearly rejecting price from going further up. So what opportunities does we have here? At these levels, the opportunities which we could capitalize on is only for on the bearish direction, which is taking short trades. But taking short trades, for taking short trades, we need some good setup also. And for the setup, we want some consolidation. So we should expect a consolidations at the current levels on NZD CAD if price agrees to consolidate at a sideways direction, and if it consolidates for some reasonable amount of time, and then if it gives a breakout below that consolidating range neckline, then we would be taking fresh shorts here at on NZD CAD. First target should be at point 8131. I mean, this level should be our first target, and the second target we can consider point 8055 as an optimum one. So yes, this is the second target for us. Yes, this is NZD CAD and we are expecting a down move here since price has got rejected from this important horizontal resistance zone and this declining trend line, and both of them are very significant one. So we cannot open our short trades directly randomly. We should be waiting here for some sideways range consolidation, and below that consolidation our conviction would be even higher for initiating a short trades. So yes, on NZT CAD our outlook remain on the sideways, on bearish direction. I won't say sideways this time. I mean, let's call it bearish to sideways direction because price is yet to consolidate on a sideways direction for a proper formation to get formed. Yes. Next we have Euro GBP. This is Euro GBP. Let's look it from daily time frame. Give me a second, I'll just return back in 5 minutes. So yes, next we have Euro GBP, and on this price chart, price has given a breakout below this strong topping formation. This is a head and shoulder formation, classic. I mean, it's more likely a kind of a complex head and shoulder formation because this is not very clear. But one thing is very certain, that price was taking support multiple times from a very specific zone. And as soon as that zone got taken out, this big decline is something which unfolded. And after this big decline, it's not that price is going to take a reversal all of a sudden. Most likely price is going to take a pullback, give a pullback from this big downtrend, down move that it just shown. And after this pullback, there is a very high chance that price is going to meet with its Fibonacci retracement levels. And after getting rejections from that Fibonacci retracement level, it's going to continue further in the lower direction. This is what we see on Euro GBP. Taking short entries after a pullback. I mean, once this pullback is completed and price is facing some rejections at these levels, and then if it gives a breakout on the lower direction, and we should be, I mean, just going for it. It will be a nice and the perfect situation for us to take short entry at these levels after the pullback. So yes, this was Euro GBP for you. Next we have Euro USD. Let's look at from the smaller time frame. As on a higher time frame, let me erase this chart first. Structurally, it seems very bearish to me, as price has given a breakout of this year-long support zone, and after the breakout, price has retested also. Now after the retest, it's trying to get down, trying to form some structure on the bearish direction. If it uh, succeeds in doing so, then we might see a continuation for this big decline after it gives a breakout below this swings low from where the pullback was got started. So let me redraw these levels again, and let me pull up 4-hourly chart. And yes, you can clearly see this is the level from where, I mean, price has got rejection from these levels, which was the at the confluence of this horizontal resistance and this bearish trend line. And after getting resistance from these levels, now price is continuing in the lower direction. After each consolidation, it's trying to give a breakout on the further lower direction. So it's a nice formation here. Now it's expected to retest this level of 1.13774 for now. I believe the price is trying to retest these levels. Upon getting rejected from these levels, there's a very high chance that price is going to continue further in the lower direction. So we have to wait for it to unfold. This is the trend line which price is currently respecting. Yes, it should return back to the lower levels. Structurally, this is not very sustainable. If price breaks below this low of 1.1400, then there is a short setup for us on Euro USD. Next we have CAD JPY. Let's look at how price is forming structure here on this particular script. Currently it's trading near a strong resistance of 115.776, and it's expected to get rejection from this level. Since the trend is very strong, price is showing some resilience at these levels. However, if price corrects from these levels to till this rising trend line, taking support of this rising trend line will give us more conviction into taking fresh long entries. For fresh entries, there is no any other option than to wait for price to come till this rising trend line. And if it retests this trend line, then we might want to take a long entry at these levels if it shows some kind of support and tries to move in the upper direction. This would be nice setup for us. Next we have Euro odd. Let's move towards on a daily time frame. Price has given a breakout below this resistance, this support zone, and after the breakout, price has also retested that breakout level. It might continue further in the lower direction, that is for sure, but taking short entry is something which I am very skeptic of at this point of time, because it's already, I mean, being like a one-sided down move till these points. So price might wait for some correction in the upward direction, and again price might retest this this bearish trend line after giving some really good up moves here. So on euro odd, there's a cautious selling tag from me. I won't be taking fresh shorts here until price forms some consolidation and show some sustenance below these levels. Then only I'll be looking for further short trades, as this seems quite extended to me already. Next we have Euro CHF, and clearly we can see there is a very strong resistance at play, where price is trying to give a breakout above this level, but this resistance zone is kind of rejecting every up moves of price in the lower direction. In the past also, price has shown multiple rejections on the lower direction. And one more thing which I wanted to point is there is a presence of this bearish trend line. So the sentiment remain on the bearish side. If price faces some rejection from these levels, then for sure we are going to take fresh short entries from these levels. And taking short entries from these levels make more sense to us. Price might continue to fall if price is able to break below this rising trend line and an important support like these. If price gives a breakout below these, then it might further continue to drop. So yes, our outlook remain on the sideways direction, as we are not interested into taking any directional position here on Euro CHF, as price remain trading within a narrow range, and you can clearly see price is getting squeezed between this rising trend line and this resistance zone. This is kind of forming a ascending triangle. In this kind of formation, I mean, I'm not interested into taking fresh entries. Next we have NZD JPY. Yes, on NZD JPY, price is clearly showing some rejections at the very level from where it got rejected earlier also. In the past two instances we have seen when where price got rejected from this 95.107 level, and again here price is forming some topping formation, and if this topping formation succeeds in forming and if it gives a breakout below this level of 94.579, then we would be comfortable into taking fresh shots on this price chart. On NZD JPY, taking short entries below these levels makes sense for the target of 90. I mean, this is the whole uh, space that we can capture. Below 94.588 is a good level for us to take short trades here. So this was NZD JPY. Next, let's move towards GBP CAD. This is the last pair on our watch list. And yes, on from the support of 1.8810, price is showing some strength and trying to move in the upward direction. Let's see if it succeeds. However, price is forming a topping formation here. If we put things into perspective and look it from the zoom out view on a broader time frame, price is currently trading at a level from where price has got, I mean, multiple rejections earlier. Even if I won't say multiple rejections, but price has got rejections from the similar levels multiple times in the past. Like you can see here, this price got rejections at these levels only, at these vicinity. And currently, after breaking out from all those previously made highs, price is now correcting in the lower direction and kind of has formed a topping formation. What I fear is if a price gives a breakout below 1.8797, then we might see a prolonged decline from this level, as price has already reached a very higher level. So the decline would also be very severe from this level. I mean, for the decline of almost like 200 to 300 pips, we should be ready. If price breaks below this level, our first target would be at, I mean, this should be our first target, and then we can target these levels also. And this is our ultimate target. I don't think we are going to hold our trades till these levels, but yes, this is the uh, extent till where GBP CAT can CAT can go. Now let's move towards our so this was our complete analysis of the forex pairs that we saw. If you have any other forex pairs that you want to discuss, you can definitely put that on in comment section, and I'll try to analyze that for you as well. Next we have let's again move towards the gold and silver. My god, gold has shown some really good up moves. Let's see what we have missed. We had our trades open. Let's see. Yes, we stand corrected. My god. Just below this level, we have kept our stop loss, and price has just showed a flick and went again in the direction we were expecting it to go. Four one four one is the level which, I mean, first target is first target is achieved on gold. Yes, price has already given a breakout above 41.41, which was today's high, and I think it's going to, give a breakout on the further upward direction. I mean, it's going to move even higher. Yes, gold is further continuing in its upward direction, and our ultimate target here we have kept at 41.60. Price has this capacity to go even higher than that level, but we are not going to go for it. We are going to levels, book our trade at the level of 41.60. It's not worth it taking trades on silver because of the very wide stop loss which is formed here. Instead, trades on gold make more sense to us, and we have already kept our trade open since price has shown some really big spikes on the downward side. But even after that, our risk reward is not compromised. I mean, we have two risk reward trade for the kind of setup, I mean, we have traded. So this is a nice thing for us on XAU USD. Let's see Bitcoin, how Bitcoin is performing. Yes, it has shown a clean, I mean, big swift up move, but there is no chance that we were anyway going to be, I mean, we would anyway would have been able to capture this move, because price has given a breakout below this support that we had drawn here, and now it has retested, I mean, already retested this immediate support which was on the price chart. Now after retesting this, if it consolidates here for some more time, and then only if it gives a breakout on the upward direction, we will be happy to take a long entry on Bitcoin, but not at these levels. I mean, currently we are going to avoid the price here. Bitcoin we are going to avoid, and let's see Ethereum. Let's see Ethereum. Ethereum is showing some strength, but even Ethereum, even on Ethereum, we would only be able to take long entries if price breaks above this high. This high is at 1953.64. This is the high. If price gives a breakout above it, then with the stop loss of 1909, we would be able to take long entry on Ethereum. Yes, gold is even moving even higher. Now it's about to achieve our target of 4160. And silver has already given a big up move, like it's already up by 2.7%. This is what I was talking about silver. Like uh, silver stays dormant till the time it stays dormant. I mean, as in when it start moving, it almost always surpasses the gold. Gold is currently up by around 1.75%, whereas silver is up by 2.5%. This was gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Now let's move towards. We have already seen all the forex pairs that we usually follow on this program. Now let's move towards major indices. This is, let me, ES. Is this is S&P 500, and we had planned for a long entry above this levels breakout, and this trade was for one risk reward for 80.75 points, and currently we have entered this trade, and currently price is trading below the level which we entered. After taking support from this strong demand zone, price was expected to go up and retest this level, this resistance level at 76.43. But on the midway, it seems like price is again returning back to the lower levels. However, it has started to show some strength again, but we have to see uh, if it's able to go up in the direction and retest this level of 76.35. There's a very high chance of this trade working out, as price was already in an uptrend before it is stuck into sideways direction. So there's definitely going to be a bullish biasness on the price chart. So if we have, and that's the reason we have aligned our trade with that direction also. Like we have taken long trades at the bounce back from this support level. So if it starts and continues to go even higher, then we might see price retesting 76.32 again. So this is a nice setup for uh, S&P 500, and currently it's trading in the lower levels. I mean, it's on the negative territory, but more likely it's going to go up. So if anyone is interested into taking this long trade, then one might, for the fresh entry, one can enter above this green candles high, which is at 75.54. Above this level, one might want to add some new entries with the revised stop loss at revised stop loss of 75.03. This is a level which can act as a strong support for price if price decides to give a breakout above it. I mean, we'll also trail our stop loss till these levels once price give a breakout above 75.54. So this is our complete setup for trading S&P 500. Yes, it has again started to move in the upper direction. Most likely it's going to go up, and as and when it gives a breakout above it, we can initiate our fresh long entries here. Let's move towards our next ticker, which is CAC 40. Yes, and price was consolidating in a sideways direction, kind of sideways direction, taking support of this rising trend line. So again, it's moving in upward direction. If it gives a breakout above 85.70, it might climb up till 87.24. Now, first target should be at 86.63. This is the level, and we have to keep our risk at check, because whenever we took entry at any price structure, we have to keep our stop loss at very optimum level so that it don't get whipsawed, and also it matches with the current price structure as well. It should not be happen that we are placing our stop loss so far that uh, so close that price has taken our stop loss and again went in the direction that we were expecting it to go. Next we have DAX. This is uh, DAX futures, and here we are expecting a down move. Like if price give a breakout below this rising trend line, this is a head and shoulder formation which price has formed near a resistance zone. Head and shoulder formation at a resistance zone after a good up move. If all these three stars combined or aligned, then there is a very strong setup for us to take a short entry. And here we have found an opportunity. This is a head and shoulder formation, and below this is a breakout of this head and shoulder formation. If price breaks below this level, and there's a immediate bearish price trade setup that we have placed here, we should adhere We should adhere uh, to this trade setup. As and when price give a breakout below this, we are going to take a short entry on DAX futures. Is below 24,660 is sell on DAX. This is a DAX future contract. Next we have Nasdaq 100, and on Nasdaq 100 we have placed a broader outlook here. If price gives a breakout below 28,227, then we would be expecting for price to retest this rising trend line at 25,142. The reason behind that is, if we look it from the, if we zoom out a bit on, let's look it from the weekly time frame. On weekly time frame, whenever price has deviated a lot from this rising trend line, there has been a tendency of price to reversing back again to its rising trend line. So when we try to foresee this move again in the future, then this might be the best time for price to give a breakout below this level, because price has already formed a kind of a topping formation which is very optimum for giving a down move. If price, so that's the reason I have kept this level at 28,227. So whenever price give a breakout below this level, then it might retest this level of 25,100. So this is a nice setup here with a stop loss of around 6 uh, around 7% stop loss. We are hoping to achieve around 12%. This is nice 1:2 risk reward trade that we might be interested in. So with this Nasdaq 100, we have completed our uh, whole uh, watch list of Forex, commodities, crude, cryptos, yes, everything, and all the major indices. Now let's move towards again towards some precious metals that we were earlier watching, and our trades are were also open on some of them. Yes, gold is again moving in our expected direction, exactly the way we expected. Yes, this is a nice trade. Price is going even stronger, and yes, 4160 is something which I think we have done. Yes, price has achieved its target. Trade is closed now. Two risk reward. This was a trade for two risk reward. Now since the trade is closed, next resistance is at 4174. This is the resistance which price might again get rejection from if it tries to climb further high. But as of now, as far as trade is concerned, we have closed our trade. Like this one single 2 hourly candle have has managed to give a move of around 1.16%, of which we managed to capture around 0.87% of the move. So yes, we have captured this trade. This was 36 point. With a stop loss of around 18 points, we have captured 36 points. This is nice trade that we just took during this session. Like this trade was opened at around 5:30, and around 7:30 we have closed this trade. So yes, now let's move towards our uh, let's see if there is some news that we ought to discuss. Is 1 hour 6 minutes ago this news dropped which says if Iran shoots at a ship in Strait of Hormuz, US will bomb and destroy one bridge or power plant, including locations in Tehran. So I think because of this reason, we have seen a spike, I mean, a downward spike on gold and silver. Let me mark it. 6:25 was the time, 18:25. Let me match it with the time this news went public. Yes, 6:27. This was the exact time when price had shown a big, you know, decline and a spike on the downward side on gold. Americans aren't against the war. This is what Trump is saying. I think, and I really think US is again going to blow up Iran once more. And the sad part is we cannot do anything. And this is the kind of up move we saw on silver. This was quite phenomenal, but we didn't get to catch this move as we had already taken our position on gold. Opening two similar position on a highly correlated asset is very risky. I mean, I don't want it to, take some really big risk on my capital. Taking, I mean, opening two trades at once and both and both the assets are highly correlated, then if one went if one trade went wrong, both went wrong. Both will go wrong. So that's the reason I have avoided taking trades on silver. But as far as gold is concerned, we have managed to achieve our target of around 36 points. This is around 360 pips. So yes, I'm happy with this trade. This is Bitcoin trying to give a spike on the upward direction. Let's see how oil is performing. It's again retracing back to the lower levels. Yes, I think gold is going to continue further. And let's see on the higher time frame, what are the important levels that we are currently seeing on gold. Immediate important resistance on gold is at 4180. 4180 can act as a strong resistance and might push price in the lower direction. Let's see Euro USD. It's really showing some good strength on the bullish direction. I mean, our outlook was in the bearish direction, although, but price is now showing some good up moves. One four three two seven. Now that silver has given a breakout above these levels. Currently, the immediate resistance that we can sense now, it seems like it's at 60.80. 60.82 is a level from where price is currently facing resistance, and correctly so, this is the level where it should supposed to face resistance. This is the level from where price has got rejections earlier also. Now this is a strong resistance here. I think this resistance will be not very hard to give a breakout from. The ultimate resistance or the test for the silver would be at the level of 63.27. Level of 63.27 is definitely a stronger level. I mean, price need to prove itself to give a breakout above 73.27. And once this price manages to give a breakout above it, I think the reversal and I mean a more confirmed way of reversal would happen. And then we can take long trades without fearing about any down moves. But this is a very significant high on this downtrend, this bearish trend line. This is a significant point above which if price give a breakout, if price gives a breakout above it, then I mean we should think then that it's almost certain that price is going to continue further in the upward direction. And on a similar tone, on gold, the similar to the kind of important point which I was just mentioning on silver, we see this level on gold at 42.20. 42.20 is a strong level, or rather I should say the strongest level of resistance which is currently present on this price chart. If price is able to give a breakout above this, then only we should consider this whole I mean, then only we should be believing on this whole reversal story that we are currently listening all around. This is a, let me erase all the drawings. This is a nice double bottom formation. This is a support level and this is a breakout level. If price breaks above this level, then it would seem like price has given a reversal on a higher time frame, which essentially means then that now price is going to make higher highs and higher lows, and we can uh, take long trades on every dips. Buying on dips strategy should be uh, formalized and should be applied after it manages to give a breakout above this level of 42.20. It's 2 minutes. This is GBP USD. Let's see what price is forming here. Is now showing its sign to slowing down. Uh, Euro USD is now finally consolidating in a sideways direction after a big up move. We thought of that the price might give a breakout on upper direction, but it seems like slowing down after this consolidation. It should move further in the lower direction as the uh, major trend, which is which price is currently showing up on, is on the bearish direction. Let's see how gold, silver are doing. Yes, this is gold. Gold is now retracing back to the lower levels. I think gold is now going to give a retracement or a correction for the big up move that we just saw on gold. And this correction might continue till 4133 level. And after that, it might again, reverse back and move in the upper direction. Ultimate target, if at all we are going to open our fresh entries on gold, as of now we should wait for price to move back in the lower direction and consolidate for a while, similar to what we saw today. Like after achieving a new high, price retraced back and form a consolidation range, and after the breakout of that consolidation range we took a long entry. This kind of setup we have to carefully wait and watch out on gold. And similar to this kind of structure, we will also look on silver, because silver is also showing the similar kind of structure. Gold and silver are highly correlated assets, and as you can see, after giving a big up move earlier, like on 22 July, price gave a big decline. Along with that, it consolidated in a sideways direction for a considerable amount of time, like all the way from 11:45 in the morning. It's consolidated till 6:45. So it was a really considerable kind of a consolidation. And after this consolidation, it gave a breakout above it. So it became even more uh, convincing for us to take long trade. So this was silver, and similar to this, we'll expect now a correction. And after the correction, if it consolidates in a similar fashion, then only we'd be interested into taking fresh entries. Otherwise, it has already shown multiple legs here. Like if we were to count it, this was the first leg, price corrected, gave a second leg, price corrected, and give a third leg. After the third leg, generally it's not very convincing to take a trade in a similar direction, because the chances of price continuing further becomes very low. So we should be, waiting for the structure to develop, and if only we have higher conviction, then we would be interested into taking fresh entries on the long direction. Otherwise, we should be expecting a fair deep correction here after the big up move that we saw. So this was all for gold, silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum, crude oil, and all the Forex pairs that we measure, that we just analyzed. And along with the Forex, we also saw some of the major indices like S&P 500, CAC 40, DAX, NASDAQ 100. And we have figured out some of the important levels, point of interest, and the trades in which direction we should be playing for. So this was all for today's live session. We'll again continue this live session from, we have scheduled it for tomorrow also. We generally run this live stream Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. IST, where we cover New York session and all the major Forex pairs and the minor Forex pairs we cover in this live stream. So do join from tomorrow also. And thanks for joining in. Goodbye.